Hello and howdy today, neighbors. This is Mr. Wilson here, and I'm going to do something just a little bit different. I am going to show you all how to paint your rims. These belong to my 2014 C250. So I got a little tired of the all silver, so I'm going to give them a little bit of a black coating on there. The things you're going to need is to first clean them off. I used Mother's foaming wheel and tire cleaner. After you clean them, soak them down, rinse them off. You're going to use some prep spray or grease and wax remover. This is going to get all the extra deep, gritty grease and wax and things of that sort that's been stuck to the wheels. After that, you're going to go ahead and get a scuff rag or a 320 grit sandpaper. I have an old scuff rag. This will do it. And the main objective is you're going to go ahead into each wheel. I actually started on this one and scuff all of the shiny surface off. I'm not going to paint around the ring here or in there. I'm only going to paint the bars here. So I scuffed the bars until it's a dull finish. And that also helps to get the very end lying grit and dirt and dust and stuff. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and put some more grease and wax remover on it, and then we're going to apply the paint. It's going to be a long video, and I'm going to do this as short and time saving as possible, so stick around. Funny thought just came across my mind, family or neighbors. I was just thinking, like, someone would probably ask, well, why don't you go and either get some wrap, or why don't you go and pay to get it wrapped, or why don't you go ahead and do this, or go ahead and do that, or blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, I have time, and I really don't have money. So I paid for everything about 35, 40 bucks. And I have all the time in the world right now. So why not just take the time, turn on some good music, get a good drink, and just do it myself. It may take a little longer than going to send it to somebody, or even getting wrap and wrapping this and wrapping that. But to me, nothing quite compares to paint, because if you put it on right and if you put it on well, the paint will stay. It'll stay shining and it'll stay nice as long as you keep them clean. And that's just why I prefer to paint it. I really just have the time. I have the time today. But coming along pretty well with the scuffing, just a little timely, but yeah. And there's another thing that I skipped out and I didn't tell you guys to do before painting, which I will show you that next. Whew. So now I've got all of the area of which I want to paint scuffed. As you can see, the contrast between the shine of where I didn't scuff, but I want to keep silver, and the dull of the parts that I did scuff that I want to paint. There's the difference. See? Dull, shine, and then dull. That's the difference. So you want to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat it, wash it, grease and wax remove it, and then I'm going to tape it. I'm just going to throw the Mothers on there, just to lubricate it all one more time. And when you wet things up, it tends to shine again because, well, it's wet. But once it dries off, it'll show its actually scuffy nature. And then from there, grease and wax it, tape it, which is going to take a lot of time taping. And then the fun part, painting. So let's do that. Let's throw it on. Let it sit for a sec. And rinse it. Woo! Okay. So that is one of the 4 wheels taped up and ready to be sprayed. I have 3 more to go. I've used a heck of a lot of tape. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Whew. All right. Got everything taped up. It took about a good 2 hours to tape everything up. Take my time, make sure everything I don't want to paint is well masked off. I also took a dry wipe, which basically all it is, spray some grease and wax remover on my cloth and then wipe the wheels one more time, because in process of taping it, my arms and hands, which has things on it and dust and whatever else that's in the air, tend to get on them and land and fly and just go all over the place. So it's a good idea after you tape to take some grease and wax remover, Put it on the towel, wipe it one more time to make sure all contaminants are gone before you begin to paint. Now, take your can, take your paint. They say do it for a minute, so I do it about a minute, minute and a half, maybe less. I've been doing it for about 40 seconds, so the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should be pretty much ready to spray. Let's take it off. Do a practice shot in the air. We're ready. All right, let's give it a good dust coat. Give it a good dusting coat. Let it do what it do, let it bubble or whatever else. Let it sit for a minute. Then you go on with the fine coating. Let it do what it do. When it gets down, when it sinks in, when it lay, it'll come together. And just like that, we've got black wheels. It came out very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna let that sit. Now I'm gonna go over it with one more good black coat. And then, I guess I'll take the tape off and then throw them on the car. And just like that, you have black wheels. The first can came out a bit spuddy and just made a bit of a mess, but fortunately, the second can was smoother and came out a whole heck of a lot better. Next thing left to do is just take the tape off after it dries, throw them on the car, and take it down the road, see how they look. But in layman's term, neighbors, that's how you get black wheels painted.